On Thursday, September 25th, dozens of transit workers, union members, and community supporters gathered outside LA Metro headquarters to demand justice for two bus operators, Sean Broadbent and Jaime Colato Rodriquez. The drivers were fired in August after publicly saying they would refuse to let ICE agents board their buses, a stance they say was meant to protect passengers. After public outcry and widespread support from workers and community members, Metro reinstated the pair, but without back pay and with a 60-day unpaid suspension still on their records. Supporters say this amounts to retaliation for speaking out and are demanding that Metro fully clear the drivers and adopt a formal plan to keep riders safe from ICE's anti-immigrant raids.
I am a bus operator from Division 13 across the street. I am honored to be joined by my union siblings, the mechanics, the workers of Amalgamated Transit Union Local 1277, and the bike share workers of Transport Workers Union Local 320. Whether by bike, bus, or rail, we move LA. And don't get it twisted. Whatever they may say about us, we're here because of love. We have love in our hearts for each other. We have love in our hearts for our community. That is why we are here. I was recently terminated in August. My last paycheck, with 127 hours on it, has still been withheld from me. I was terminated for comments I made on my day off, out of uniform, to LA public press, indicating that I would not open the doors for the warrantless, masked raids that have become infamous in our city. My division director labeled my comments egregious and terminated me. Kidnapping is egregious. Imprisoning people who have never committed a crime is egregious. But speaking out on a matter of public concern, according to 1968's Supreme Court in Pickering versus Board of Education, a constitutional right. Maybe not so today. My union has appealed to the third level. We will continue to fight for reinstatement with a clean record and full back pay. We will also continue to fight for a proactive safety policy on ICE, barring action from our employer to ensure the safety of ourselves and our ridership. We will initiate a training for our union to hold for our members. We need a plan.
I think there is power here. The real way to change this, the real way to have some kind of proactive policy is from the union. The union taking a stand saying we will not allow ICE on our bus, and we stand behind any operator that does so. Remember, Sean and Jaime, how this all started? They got 30 people or so, 30 operators or so together, and they said, we aren't going to let ICE on this bus. That kind of collective action, that is what Metro is afraid of. That is what management is afraid of. We make the wealth of this society, we can stop it. That's the power right there.
My name's Joe Wagner. I'm a proud member of ATU Local 1277. Unfortunately, my union local is not here speaking on their own behalf, so I'm speaking as a member of ATU Local 1277, as are other members of Local 1277. We have members of the Inland Boatman Union here. We have Local 99 SCIU in the house. Obviously, the bulk of the people here are from SMART, Local 1607 and other locals. We have a steel worker in the house. We have other unions in the house. This is a united front protest defending Sean and Jaime, valiant bus drivers who vowed to protect their community. Hear for Sean and Jaime. An injury to one is an injury to all. An injury to one is an injury to all. An injury to one is an injury to all. We also have bike share workers from TWU Local 320 and others. This is an exercise of union power. Yeah. We make the system run, we make Los Angeles run, we make the world run. Workers should run the world. With friends like the Democratic Party who fired Sean and Jaime, who needs enemies? Working people need their own political party, obviously. Why don't we have our own workers' party? Because the trade union bureaucracy ties us to the class enemy through the Democratic Party generally. We're here to say, rehire Sean and Jaime without any discipline and full back pay. Right? We're not playing around. We don't take for any good words, nice little statements by at least I don't from Democratic Party politicians who are in the minority on the board who say, oh yeah, these are the type of operators that we need here at Metro. We know that. We're proud of these bus drivers. These bus operators and train operators, mechanics and others who oppose ICE on the platforms. I volunteer with the Volunteer Immigrant Defense Committee in my union, but I'm not even speaking on their behalf. I'm speaking as a member off the clock. So thank you all for being here. Power to the union movement. I think we should give a special shout out to the Italian workers. The Italian workers have made a mass protest in all of Italy to defend the flotilla, bringing aid to the starving people in this genocide in Gaza.
Hey, I'm Anne-Marie. I'm with the Bike Share Union, TWU Local 320. I'm very happy to be here. I'm proud to be able to support these bus operators and to stand in solidarity with them. What they've done here is powerful. They spoke up even though it was risky. They spoke up because it was the right thing to do. Riders should have assurance that they will be safe on public transit. Metro has not been clear on their protocols for protecting riders from these masked kidnappers. So these operators went ahead and made it clear. They stand with Sean and Jaime. They serve the people. They stood up and they did what's right. It shouldn't be controversial to say you want to protect your ridership, to question letting masked unidentified kidnappers onto your bus. Everyone should be able to move around this city in safety and with dignity, and should not have to fear being disappeared from their communities, especially those folks who built this city and keep it running. Speaking up can be scary because there are consequences, but there's also consequences to not speaking up, not challenging the status quo, not questioning policies that put people in danger. It's a huge risk these bus operators took, and that makes it all the more admirable. I'm happy that they were reinstated, but obviously we demand more. This should be a precedent. We don't want anyone else getting punished for speaking up. No one should fear losing their livelihoods for defending their communities. Lastly, I want to say thank you to Sean and Jaime for making it clear that the safety of your ridership comes first.
So I'm Gary Holloway with the USW down in Carson. We are the local of oil workers, paper workers, and carwacheros. So I'm here because Jaime and Sean did something amazing. And not just are we negative, we have to be positive. They did something amazing. Every one of us raised in this country saw movie after movie after movie of showing police states and police raiding places, and every one of us said that when that happens here, we won't help the cops raid places. We won't help a secret police. They won't. They've said so. And for that, they attempted to take their jobs. For that act of solidarity with their coworkers, with the community, and with the people, that's been reduced to a suspension. It shouldn't be any discipline, not even a verbal warning. This needs to be clear. Yes. We have a secret police running around this country, masked, not accountable to anyone. Either we stop them or they'll get us. So these brothers stood up. We need to stand with them. We're here for justice.
Sean and Jaime are heroes for wanting to defend their bus riders against ICE thugs. They should not be punished by withholding 60 days' pay and benefits. Every day there are fresh attacks on workers, ICE raids kidnapping people here and around the country, over 200,000 federal workers fired, criminalizing free speech, attacks on leftist organizations, on and on. These attacks and Sean's and Jaime's case point to the urgency of strengthening the unions as the frontline defense for both their members and workers under the gun, like immigrants. The Metro bosses certainly are not going to defend immigrants. Metro doesn't care about its workforce, let alone immigrants. The vendetta against Sean and Jaime must be stopped in its tracks. threat over the heads of any worker who speaks out or attempts to enforce safety in the workplace. Democratic-run Metro sent a signal to Trump that they won't stand in ICE's way. Appeals to them will only fall on deaf ears. The Democrats are obviously not going to defend immigrants. While ICE has rampaged throughout the county, Mayor Bass's LAPD hospitalized and arrested anti-ICE protesters and members of the press. The Democrats declare LA a sanctuary city to defend their ability to brutally exploit the undocumented. Sean and Jaime showed their fellow union members a stand against ICE. The full weight of the union must be thrown behind the defense of immigrants. But union leaderships that look for friends among the bosses and capitalist politicians refuse to do so.
My name is Promise Lee, and I am here because I am an immigrant, because I am a union member as well, and because I am a socialist. What Sean and Jaime did was simply exercise their labor rights to operate their buses in ways they believe will protect their passengers. Instead, Metro's protocol was clear. As Sean puts it, either comply with ICE or lose your job and starve. What Sean and Jaime showed with their instincts and actions is that our laws and contracts are not enough to protect us. An organizer from Unión de Barrio once said that in these times, knowing our rights is not enough. We must defend them. I add that we must fight to expand these rights as well. If not, the people in charge will expand their rights over us at our expense. So I join others to call on Metro to fully drop the charges against Sean and Jaime and also address the real problem, the glaring gap in their policies that only Sean and Jaime's actions brought to light. Metro needs more preemptive safety protocols to secure drivers and passengers against ICE. Get ICE out of our buses. When we win these protections, and I know we can, remember that it is thanks to workers like Sean and Jaime that made it possible to shake up the law and these policies. It is the power of workers taking ownership of laws and contracts for ourselves to push for more when it is not enough in our next union contract, in the next city council meeting, and on the streets. That is the best bulwark.